So I'm gonna be making a cake here in a second. I just gotta finish up this taco meat. Needs a little more seasoning. I am located in Texas, United States.
Let's call back as soon as we can.
Right, I'm gonna rinse this too.
You have an audience?
Not yet. I did earlier. Just a moment. Oh, hello, hello. There's somebody actually there. Oh, thank you. Where are you located at? So I'm using a Thermomix to do this cooking. Have you heard of that before? I'm in Texas, United States. Where are you located? Well, I love you too. Just reading the comments here. Where are you located? I'm running the self-cleaning cycle here on the Thermomix. And next I gotta do next I'm gonna make a cake. It's a chocolate sweet potato cake. Chocolate sweet potato. So this is the book that I'm gonna use. I'm making some, I'm in Texas, United States, making some changes to the recipe, but it's called, this is the chocolate sweet potato cake with a party tomorrow. And so I'm getting some stuff ready. And I'm gonna do a little bit of prep work here while I'm waiting for the Thermomix to finish cleaning. Alrighty. Still doing a little bit of cleaning up here real quick. Gotta do a little bit of prep work too. I gotta grind some wheat. Well, you know, it's kind of noisy here when gotta grind some wheat. Oh, thank you for the likes. Even if there's just the three of you arguing with each other. Hmm?
Is it a brownie?
No, it's my sweet potato chocolate cake.
No.
All right, now there's just two of you. Where are you from? I mean, you must be somewhere in the U.S. if you care about Trump versus Harris, right? Then if you're in the US, you've probably not heard of the Thermomix. Now, Thermomix will actually make your life easier, unlike either Harris or Trump. With them, the question is just the degree of difficulty. So, anybody heard of the Thermomix? So it's like a little fancy cooking machine. It cooks for you. I mean, a lot of times you think it's just a blender, but it actually cooks stuff. It can knead dough. It's quite. I'm not selling them. I just have had one of these since, I don't know, now 15, 20 years, something like that. I'd have to count back. About 15 years. And this is the second model I've had, and I think it's a great addition for any kitchen. In Europe, they actually make Chinese version of this machine that you can get in various stores. So it's quite popular there. Are you in Brazil? Since you, speaking of saving up Brazil, I have not been to Brazil, but I've learned some Portuguese. Alright, so, oops. Kicked you around there. So cleaned the Thermomix out, has a little self-cleaning function. Pre-cleaning is what they call it. And one of the things about the Thermomix is that it has a built-in scale, so you actually need a lot less tools. But I don't have this recipe converted, so I have to still measure a bunch of stuff in order to make this recipe. Okay, so it starts with sweet potato. So there's some water. I'm gonna try to find a pencil real quick. I want to make notes in my book. Where are you from? I'm in Texas, United States. And then I can put this, measure the sweet potato and put it in.
I think that breaker's in pretty good shape now.
And are we?
Yeah, it's just, if it doesn't move at all when you start trying to push on it, if you wiggle it,
Yeah.
then it slips into a position where then it moves freely. So, just try to wiggle it next time and think it's stuck.
All right, so the recipe calls for 3/4 of a cup of sweet potato, and that should be orange sweet potato. I happen to have purple today, so that's what I'm using. And I have a little bit extra, so I'm gonna put that in here too. And so I've made this recipe before with the orange sweet potato, and I made it with the purple earlier today, and it's rather dry, so I'm going to add extra water this time, because I think these purple sweet potatoes, they're just in general drier than the orange ones. So I'll add another 1/2 cup of water. But I wanted to see how much sweet potato that is, so I can copy my recipe. Then maple syrup. Gotta go get that. So she uses maple syrup as a sweetener. And then balsamic vinegar. I'm gonna use this stuff here, this 25 Star Reserve. It's a little sweeter than regular balsamic. And this cake is not overnight. As I said, I've made it before. And then vanilla extract. And for vanilla extract in this case, I'm going to use vanilla bean powder. So it's just ground up vanilla beans. Gives a nice strong vanilla flavor. Alright, so the important part now is to blend this well, because you want to chop up the fiber from the sweet potato. So it's going to get loud. RPM, 10,000 RPM. I would say it sounds like an airplane taking off. Oh, that looks pretty nice. All right, then I'm gonna add a bunch more stuff. So the recipe, the original recipe calls for coconut sugar. I don't have any right now, so I'm just using regular sugar. Not even regular sugar, it's cane sugar. But I make my own sort of vanilla sugar. If you're from Europe, you know what that is. And I just stick vanilla beans inside of the sugar. And the sugar takes on the flavor, the smell and the flavor of the vanilla. It's a very nice way to add a subtle hint of vanilla to your things. The recipe also calls for chocolate chips, which I don't have. I'm not going to use any salt. And then I need cacao powder. All right. And 1/4 cup of cacao. She calls for cacao. I have cocoa. No, she calls for cocoa. I have cacao. Cacao. So, and then I need baking powder and baking soda. All right. see. Where are you located? This is not a political life. I mean, commenters seem to want to turn it into that. But this is about cooking. Baking, actually. Baking a cake. It's a sweet potato cake. It's dairy-free, egg-free. You can make it gluten-free. You can make it nut-free. It's quite delicious. I've had it before, so. Alright. And we mixed everything up, and I'm going to add the flour. Making recipe notes. So, and that's it then. Gotta turn on make sure the oven is on. Alright, let's spin this. Good. So the batter should be thin, you know. I mean, it is a cake batter, so it needs to be runny enough to be poured rather than drop into the pan. Okay, so I'm going to put that in. Just want to show you what it looks like. It's just dark chocolate looking cake. I'm going to put that in the pan and pop it in the oven. I'm just gonna turn this to 6 real quick. That spins off whatever's stuck on the blades, where you can get the last bit out. See, now the blades are clean and I can scrape everything out. That is it. Take this in the oven. I'm out of here. Just gonna clean up. Well, I'm out of here.